Hello and welcome to another Writerly Witterings. Cheers. I'm cheating today because this is one of those Witterings that's had to be recorded a week in advance, because next week I'm away giving talks about Agatha Christie and helping some people from the Smithsonian Journeys Company, travelling around with a bunch of Americans who are interested to see where mystery writers write, how they write, the landscape that inspires them, and all around basically Dartmoor, the Cotswolds, Oxford and London. So that's going to be a busy week and I won't have time to record a standard Writerly Wittering. So today I thought I'd record two videos. You've seen the one that I recorded earlier because that came out last week. Today, however, I'm going to look at three more delightful notepads. Here we are. Let's see how the ink test works with these. Speak to you in a minute. For those of you who have followed my interesting experiments with comparisons of paper, you will know that I seem to have an inexhaustible supply of strange types of Rhodia or Clairefontaine paper. So here's another Rhodia pad. I must admit, this is, I think, one of their professional styles of notepad. And as you can see, I've actually had it for quite some time because I seem to have filled up the damn thing. Where is the last page? Alright, this will do. It is glorious paper, it has to be said. Very, very smooth. Really rather delightful to handle. And when you write, just for those who don't know, this is the latest in a number of trials, each of them using a 1.1mm stub and base date blue from Noodlers because it's vicious ink, and also diamine Sierra. Again, I think that's right, Sierra. This paper is just gorgeous to write on. It is a very good notepad. I mean, I am very, very fond of this notepad. It's really good. Each of the pages has perforations, so you can tear it straight out and put it somewhere else if you want to. It's 90 GSM Rhodia paper, but it is a great deal better than their standard paper that I've been using before. I'm hoping it's not going to show any sort of... oh yes. Nothing at all there. There's a little bit of shadowing, but really very little. Each of the letters there, very distinct, very clear, absolutely no sign of feathering whatsoever. So if you are looking for A4 notepads, I can thoroughly recommend the Rhodias. And for my next trial, I've got three notepads that are, I think, this is Tomo River, I believe. I will check that and put a link elsewhere. This is Nanami paper, and so is this. So let's see how these work. I'm going to write these up rather than wasting a lot of time on the video. Okay, I have to admit that was very interesting. These Nanami paper notepads come with their own individual slipcase, which I think is just a delightful little additional side benefit of them. The Japanese know how to package their products, don't they? They really do a nice job. In each there's this little separator, which I assume is so you can put it on your page and it doesn't mark the page beneath. Really nicely produced. So these two Nanami papers, and then this hardbacked notebook from paperforfountainpens.com. Now you will see here, this paper is just gorgeous. It's beautiful. It is silky to the touch. When you write on it, it is absolutely silent. I will demonstrate. See what I mean? Absolutely silent. Is there any bleed through? Nope, just shadowing, nothing else whatsoever. For me, this is a stunningly gorgeous notebook. It is a notebook that I am very likely to take with me next week when I go and give my talks on Agatha Christie and so on, because it just feels delightful. It is perfection. It obviously helps having it in a hardback format. I like having hardback notebooks. Makes them a little bit better protected. But yeah, I really could not fault that. It is just wonderful. If there's only one thing they could have done that would have made it slightly more perfect, and this is how picky I'm going to be, they could have had a logo or something on the front so you can see which is the front page and differentiate between front and back. Yeah, if you're getting that picky, you really are hunting for problems, aren't you? Let's have a look at this. This is the Nanami paper Cafe note, 176 by 110 mils, 384 pages, 3.7 mil grid, made in Japan, as it would be. This, again, absolutely gorgeous, thin paper. But if there's one thing I would say, it's a little bit louder to write on, and the reason why is here. It's got a lot more feedback than the Tomo River, the white paper from the paper for fountain pens. It's got just a bit of feedback, not much, just a little, but it's noticeable compared to that. And therefore, when I write on it, it's a little bit louder. Now let's go back to this one, which is The Writer. Whoops. The Writer by Nanami paper. And this is A5 format, so 210 by 148, 480 pages, made in Japan. And yeah, I'd already decided I would really like that hardback, and that's probably going to come with me. And then I tried this, and I fell in love. This paper is just smooth, silky, it's got no tooth, it's got a nice cream colour, which I rather like. It's just heavenly. If we go and look at how these papers compare on the reverse, as you can see, there's slight shadow on both of them, but these are 1.1 mil stubs. These are very dark inks. Noodler's in particular is like a flaming bullet going through, isn't it? And yet no feathering at all. You can't see the fibres of the paper like you can with Rhodia so often. These are, both of them, absolutely, well, all three of these are just perfect. Literally perfect. I would find it really hard to pick between them. I love the size of the Cafe. I love the feel of the Writer. It's also nice having your pages lined. It is considerably fatter with its 480 pages compared to 384. But then again, this is practical, it's beautiful. I can write, I can sketch because it's plain paper. Oh dear. I'm going away for a week to tour around the country on the Smithsonian Classical Mystery Tour. And now it's a mystery to me as to which one I ought to be taking. I haven't got the faintest idea. But by the time you watch this, I will be on the tour and scribbling in one of them. So there you have it. We have 3 superb notebooks. I've also got this one, of course, which is very good. It's lovely paper to write on. But this paper is almost double the thickness of this paper. Tomo River or Nanami, I really am struggling to figure out which is best. I feel this may be the most practical to take with me because it hasn't got lines, so I can sketch, I can write, and it's hardback, so it's going to be that little bit more rugged while I'm out. But these are so nice. They're so good. That paper, especially the lined paper in the author, is the writer, not the author. This is beautiful. It is so good to handle. So I've got to make a decision, and by the time you watch this I will be there walking the moors or in the Cotswolds or in Oxford or in London with a notepad in hand, trying to look and sound sensible. Wish me luck. It's not easy for someone like me. That's all for now, folks. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this, please go down to the Patreon site. You can help support the channel. And then don't forget to like it, subscribe, hit the bell button if you want notifications, and comments, please, down the bottom where all those comments go. And you can ask me any questions you like about notepads, make recommendations. And that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching. Speak to you soon. Take care.